Countless times, gamers have been told, that game is too violent, or it isn't good for you to play that, or even, there isn't any reason for you to play that. However, these video games actually have a great number of advantages that come with playing them. My goal today is to persuade you that video games are much more beneficial to people of all ages, rather than negative. I will be discussing how video games can help in everyday life, enhance abilities of the body, and improve chances in a future career. Now, there's a lot of benefits that video games have with everyday life, and the first thing that helps with is relieving anxiety and stress. While some of these games are thought to actually induce stress, especially when you see your character like fall for the thousandth time, the opposite can also be true. A major study done by the American Psychological Association, which actually done a lot of the studies I have on here, tracked players over 6 months and measured heart rate, and it found that certain titles, video game titles, reduce the adrenaline response by over 50%. This helps people to stop worrying and be able to look over the pain and fear that they may face. It also helps develop multitasking skills. Other carefully designed studies have shown that action video games can improve several aspects of the brain activity, which include multitasking. According to studies done by Daphne Bavelier, who is a professor of brain and cognitive sciences at the University of Rochester, video games show real-world improvements on tests of multitasking after playing certain titles. Because gamers have to focus on many details at once in order to accomplish their goal in the game, they begin to obtain all the necessary requirements in order to multitask efficiently. And it also helps to improve a lot of problem-solving and cognitive skills. Because of the many tasks and puzzles that players have to go through in these games, their problem-solving and cognitive skills are improved greatly, and it improves the range of cognitive skills such as spatial navigation, reasoning, memory, and perception, according to several studies that have been done. Actually, according to a study done in 2013, also by the APA, American Psychological Association, playing shooting games such as GoldenEye for both the Wii and N64, playing shooter video games improve players' capacity to think about objects in 3 dimensions, just as well as academic courses to enhance these same skills. Now, after there's all these benefits on everyday life, but there's actually a lot of benefits for yourself as well. One of these things is vision. Now, though parents believe that sitting and playing video games for too long can ruin your eyesight, some games actually can help improve your vision. In another study done by Daphne Bavelier, who is the professor mentioned earlier, of discussing multitasking, researchers divided 22 students into 2 groups, one of which played the action game Call of Duty 2. After 50 hours of play, the action gamers showed a 43% improvement in their ability to distinguish subtle color contrast compared to before. It also actually helps slow the aging process. And these brain games, like puzzle games, including problem solving, memory, and puzzle components, have been shown to have a positive benefits on older players. In one study done by the APA, just 10 hours of play led to increased cognitive functioning in participants 15 older, improvements that lasted for several years, and it kind of held back a lot of those effects that come with a lot of older age. And it's also been shown to actually help some people overcome dyslexia. Some research points to attention difficulties as the key component to why a lot of people have dyslexia. And one study recorded by eScience Central have shown dyslexics improve their reading comprehension following sessions of games heavy on action. This reason, researchers believe, is that the game has constantly changing environments that require intense focus, and this fixes that problem with dyslexia. Now, besides all that stuff, it also moves on to help you in your career and a lot of your future. And the first thing that it does is a lot of leadership skill improving. When children play video games in groups, they often take turns leading and following, depending on who has the specific skills needed in that game. In a study by Nick Yee of the Palo Alto Research Center, teens who had played group games online felt that they had gained leadership skills such as persuading and motivating others, and stopping a lot of disputes. Online multiplayer games offer teens a rare chance to participate in and sometimes lead a diverse mixed-age team. And nobody honestly cares how old you are if you can lead the team to victory, and these video games help develop that. Now, the teamwork, it also helps a lot with teamwork. And through playing multiplayer and working with other people towards one goal, many gamers develop great teamwork skills. Canadian researchers whose earlier work challenged assumptions about violent video games linked to aggression have come out with a new study, and it suggests that when people from different social groups cooperate in a video game, even a super violent one, their impressions of one another improve and prejudice is diminished. Finally, video games actually have a lot to link with surgery skills. And though you may believe that the most skilled surgeons are the ones who read the medical textbooks like constantly over and over, there's another unexpected way students are developing these skills. A study of laparoscopic, or small incision specialists, reported by the National Center for Biotechnology Information, found that those who played for more than 3 hours per week made 32% fewer errors during practice procedures compared to their non-gaming counterparts. This is an extraordinary discovery that most people would never expect, but it can truly have a monumental effect on what people are hired to be surgeons in the future. In conclusion, though video games may seem like an unhealthy habit at first, there are actually an innumerable amount of benefits that come with it, almost all of which have been proven by studies. I have discussed with you the benefits of gaming in your everyday life, yourself, and your future. I hope that I have convinced you that gaming is very beneficial to have around, as it is something I enjoy very much and something that I want for people to recognize isn't as terrible as an idea as it may seem.